Hello. Welcome to the Sharaba V Tarot channel. I am your host. Before we begin, I want to shout out Eat, Read, Love, a constant beacon of clarity and ingenuity. My readings are based on your sidereal Vedic Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. These differ slightly from the traditional tropical signs. As we move through life, we often become monsters or deal with monsters along the way. This reading is designed to reveal which monsters you are currently grappling with. I am a servant of the great works, not its master. Today, we will focus primarily on the fire signs Sagittarius, Leo, and the Cardinal flame. If you find this reading helpful, I ask that you visit the website nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. Hugs should not hurt. Let us begin. First up, we have our Sagittarius. You have the Nine of Claws. So the Nine of Claws, as you can see that there is a person either putting on a mask or taking off a mask. When it comes to claws, it really represents despair, worry, guilt. This is a very internal card. Oh, what a tangle web we weave when doth do receive. There is either something that you are masking or hiding, or there is something being hidden from you, Sagittarius, and you probably have had an inkling of intuition prompt you to have this feeling that you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. This does have an element of paranoia to you, and your fears may be unfounded, but either way, now is not the time to explore or rush into action based on this recent revealing that you have, or this feeling of trying to find out who's behind the mask. Right now, it is better to be patient, Sagittarius, as you all are the mutable flame. Holding off and really doing a little bit more research or investigation is warranted before jumping to conclusions, which could be even more detrimental to this situation. Five of Candles. The Five of Candles is synonymous with wands. And with the Five of Wands, it is almost a stalemate. It is multiple people. It indicates that you are in the midst of a battle, tension, and competition with others, and it is impacting your ability to move forward with your goals. If all of the lights look alike, which one do you put out? Which one was cut on first? With all of the components of the situation looking very similar, if you attack, there is no guarantee that your bow and arrow will strike the target that you intend, while every chandelier that sways is swinging in the right way. And the way that this card is set up, you don't want to hit the innocent bystanders over here. As you notice that there are two options that you are really want to attack. You really want to take it to them. I'm sensing a strong sense of hostility. But if you attack, you really don't know where the adversary is. With this Five of Wands, you want to move. You feel like there's one or two things standing in the way of the goal, but you don't want to attack what is supporting you to get to your goal. I would wait for these wands to move forward. You would be better off with the 7 or 9 of wands to take decisive action. The 5 of wands is more of these chandeliers swaying, and as these chandeliers sway, it will reveal what supports you and what takes from you. Next, you have the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups. With this deck, the cups are denoted with these feelings because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. So with the 7 of Cups, it was just my imagination running away with me. There's a little bit of wishful thinking, reflection, some escapism, repeatedly thinking of where you want to be. This could be you or another person. Be careful. Fantasies rarely ever mirror reality. Either the feelings are more intense between two people or much less. It is dangerous being alone. The suggestion would be to share a pinch of info to find out how deeply the other person feels. So with this, you have air, fire, and then you have a lot of emotion. But if you notice in this card, what stands out is where the lights are on and which lights are off. You don't want to waste your energy pouring into these tombs that are dark, but sharing your feelings with the right situation into the right person would actually bear fruit in this situation. Right now, you are fantasizing about how it could be, and understandably, you don't want to completely put yourself in a situation where you share your feelings and you stand there dumbfounded, or you don't want to risk being knocked off the horse. Understandably, the only suggestion to move forward and kind of try to reach toward that 10 of cups or 10 of that word there is to share just a bit of information with the various parties involved, because this 5 of candles tells me there are a couple of people that you can reach out to. So for my Sagittarius, you have the 9 of Swords, denoted by the 9 of Claws, the Five of Wands, denoted by candles, and the Seven of Cups. Next, we move forward with the fixed sign. So, Libra, Leo. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a very emotional card, and it can be taken one or two ways. The Hangman just kind of hangs, and it's a card of slight discomfort, but also it is being suspended in time. It represents wisdom, discernment, trials, and sacrifice. So really listening in and honing into your intuition, and whatever spirituality you practice, really leaning into it and on it for your answers. Because right now, Leo, there are questions you're asking and you aren't reaching an answer because they involve outside people. But the thing about the hangman is there is one leg that is straightened, reaching up towards something stable. And although you have uncertainty, you are not headed towards any disaster, any immediate disaster. You might be uncomfortable with the hangman, but it is a moment of reflection. It is a moment of retrospect and introspect. Taking advantage of this Hierophant time with this new moon will bring you closer to where you want to arrive. And also, Leo, there is the Two of Castles. Castles, in this sense, are related to pentacles. And with the Two of Pentacles, it is imbalance. It is the juggling act. Your attention must shift to match your attention must shift to match your intentions. If you have multiple occupations, this is duplicity. Make sure that you are also putting time into the secondary pursuit and not just holding on to it. There is hidden reward in switching your focus. For example, if you have multiple vehicles, you prefer to drive one. If you have multiple partners, you know where you are more comfortable spending your time, but you will be highly surprised and delighted if you spend more time with the more difficult situations. This could even be certain everything from dietary. If there's a choice that you make, or all right, here's an example. There's a place when you drive to work every day, you park in the same parking space. The suggestion is parking elsewhere just for a little while, just for taking a moment to change the parking space and getting a new and fresh outlook. You might find that there's a restaurant you didn't notice. You might find that there's scenery that you wouldn't have noticed if you continued with the routine. This juggling act is just a suggestion of, instead of spending all your time where we know you're comfortable at, really taking a step down and finding what you can appreciate elsewhere. The Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups. This is a very hot tamale interest. You and someone else is head over heels. It's honor, virtue, harmony, and mutuality. Happy feelings in the air. But remember, what goes up must come down. You all can't seem to take your eyes off each other, but anytime that there is this much focus between two people, there are always outside influences that are paying attention, and lo and behold, things and negative emotions might not be coming from you two, but there's only so long that people are going to allow you to sit in happiness. Too much joy draws the wrath of the divine and the envy of our peers. So while you're in this Ten of Cups partnership energy, make sure that you are peeping out or sussing out, taking this fixed Leo strength and finding where your resistance is about to come from. It could be a family member of yours, it could be a family member of theirs, it could be a friend, but there is about to be negativity thrown towards this situation. So for my Leo, you have the Hanged Man, the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Castles, and the Ten of Cups. We conclude today's reading with the Cardinal sign. So first up for my Cardinal flame is the Knight of Claws. The Knight of Claws. There's something you've been putting out there and it has been message received. And this also is a card of releasing. The Knight of Swords is skillfulness, assertiveness, a level of admiration for your skills. Your words are echoing in a positive way with individuals around you. And you might have raised your voice, you might have said something that really offended that person, but it was the words that they needed to hear. If you've given advice and you're wondering if it was taken, it is resonating with this individual that you care for. But also the Knight of Swords is a little bit ahead of Page of Swords. It's a little bit more skillfulness and tactfulness. But whatever little, this is you, the messenger, and you see that other skull over there, that is the message or echo that you have, the influence that you have, or within this conversation for this person that you are concerned or worried about, your message did not fall on deaf ears. Five of Candles. You also have the Five of Candles. The Five of Candles is also denoted by the Five of Wands, and with the Five of Wands, it is multiple adversaries. With multiple adversaries, you don't know what it's competition, it's strife, it's tension. You need to know which person or which harsh words, which rumors to follow to find out where they're coming from. Because right now, what makes the Five of Wands so dangerous is the first person that comes to mind when you think about, oh, I know for a fact this person's talking negatively, speaking negatively about me, looking at me in a negative light. They are actually not the culprit in this sense. The Five of Wands has an element of surprise to it, because the first couple of people that you think about as adversaries or opponents are actually supporting you or actually have nothing to do with the situation. But it is these left field one or two individuals that are not on your suspect list right now that is actually spewing the negativity. What needs to happen right now is there just one, you have to realize you cannot make everyone happy. Two, you don't want to attack or focus in on anything but your intuition right now. Waiting until the Five of Wands develop, because time will reveal where this opposition, where this negativity stems from, and you will surprisingly find out where to strike and have a more decisive strike. Because right now, these people that are coming to mind, the first few people that you thought of who would be your adversary are actually very staunch supporters of you, which is why they are linked together, because this is your support system. You don't want to burn a bridge or slash out at someone on your team. Next, this is the Strength card. So you could be dealing with someone with heavy Leo energy. This is a card of patience, control, compassion. It looks like you've set a goal. This Strength card is denoting really standing your ground. It is typically denoted by the numeral 8. If 8 is showing up in your life, either you are very close to a Leo, or your strength is being admired, or this could also be a call for strength. And sometimes strength is all patience. It is the power of aligning the levels of body, mind, and spirit with where you want to go. You're having a very spirit directed life. You've been searching for harmony, and while conflict is oftentimes the first go-to, especially in you all sense, Cardinals, the determination to power through with compassion will overcome these difficult situations that you are currently facing. So for my cardinal signs, there is the Knight of Swords, denoted by claws, the Five of Wands, and the Strength card. This concludes our reading. If you need further details, there is a number to be reached in the description box to go a little bit more detail about your situation. Otherwise, if you found this reading helpful, visit nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. A heartfelt thank you. Until next time.